Hey guys, welcome back to the Jay's Flix podcast. It's been a while since I posted on here. I know the last episode I did was when I announced that, of course, Wizards of Waverly Place is coming back on the reboot. That was the last episode I did on here. But today, I wanted to do a review of the movie called The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham. It's released in theaters maybe like last month. So about some weeks ago, and it was a great movie. So we're going to talk about a little bit about that. Won't go too much into spoilers because I think I mean nobody likes somebody who spoils stuff, so I'm not going to spoil it. But what I will say is it was a very action-packed movie, and so we're gonna talk about it here a little bit. But before we get started on that, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel here, and subscribe to the channel and check us out here on YouTube. We're also on every audio podcast platform. You can check us out there as well, and follow us on Instagram, JSFlix23. It's our Instagram account name, so make sure you do that there for us. But like I said, yeah, let's get started. So again, this is The Beekeeper. So this movie basically follows a guy. He used to be a part of the organization called the Beekeepers, and basically they were some type of vigilante organization. And now he's retired. And now he actually does keep bees for I guess a living. That's not really clarified what. Anyway, so he keeps bees, and let's just say. An incident forces him back into his old life of it's kind of like one of those movies where it's like you have the retired former agent guy, and then he's something happens and it brings him back into the game, and now he's got to go on this vengeance tour to figure out who's behind all of these problems, and now he's just killing people left and right trying to find out who the main guy is to take him out, right? It's one of those types of movies. And what I love about this film is Jason Statham is phenomenal. He is a guy, I mean, he's the type of actor, we all know he's really good at action scenes, action movies, up there with Liam Neeson and, Tom Cruise, right? He's one of those good actors, and I've always been a fan of his, yeah, he's had some really good movies. Didn't really like him too much in the Fast and Furious franchise, but I mean he was all right in that. But his alone standby films were just have been really good, and for the most part, and I mean you can't help but to be afraid of a guy who's just got that straight face. He's like he's like got a gun in his hand, and he's like I'm gonna count to three, and when I do, you're gonna be dead. Like just that little voice right there. Jason Statham is awesome, man. Like he's one of my favorite actors. And I really enjoyed this movie. I've been meaning to watch it for a while now since it really released in theaters, but didn't get a chance to go watch it in theaters because I mean movies cost an arm and a leg now. Really, like I mean, popcorn alone is going to cost you like almost like 12, $13 for like a medium or a large popcorn, and then you're talking about a movie which is like a ticket which is like $16 or $17 by itself. So the movies is something that if I go to a theater and watch a movie, it's got to be a really good movie, like level of Avengers Endgame level or Spider-Man No Way Home level good. Like it has to be that good for me to go watch it in theaters. But again, I just I have my ways of watching movies though. For free. But anyway, I watched The Beekeeper and I was impressed. The cinematography was excellent. Love the different camera angles that they were showing. Acting was really good. Like I said, the casting choices were really well made. Of course, Jason Statham in the lead role, and then you have Felicia Rashad, who you guys know well from the Creed movies. She played Marianne Creed, Apollo's wife, Dallas's mom. So she's been in some good movies, and she had a brief role in this film, but it was good. It kind of compelled you, kind of brought you into the story, and especially what happened with her in the beginning of the film, really roped you in for the rest of it. And like I said, I mean, if you're looking for something that like action movies are this isn't John Wick level action. It's not that much killing. It's not that gruesome. And it's got a little bit more of a story to it. Like we know with the John Wick movies, it's like we know how that goes. But with this one, it's more interesting. It's you got the organization, you got the beekeepers, right? But the only thing about it is there's not much that we're told about them. Other than that, you don't mess with guys who or people who are beekeepers, like because if they have a problem with you, and they will find you and they will kill you. That's basically like the running theme throughout the movie. It's like when they're talking about Statham's character Adam Clay, you're like, hey man, look, if this guy is a beekeeper, then you're screwed, man. Like you're done. He's coming for you. He's gonna kill you. And so that's kind of what now I liked about it. Like I said, I just wish we would have known more information about this agency, this vigilante organization here, but I really liked it. I thought it was. I thought, like I said, I thought Statham did really well in this role. One of, like I said, one of his better action movies so far. And yeah, I mean, very convincing. The kill scenes were pretty good. If you're not a person who likes the bloody, gory, not well, this wasn't gory. It was more. It was you know, like it wasn't blood splattering everywhere like some movies, but it was a pretty intense action. So if you're not somebody who likes that, then you probably wouldn't watch this film. But if you are like me, you're an action fan, then this is a movie for you. It's pretty good. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. Not nothing too much. I mean, not that's about normal runtime, average runtime for movies, especially movies like this. But for the most part, it ran well. And yeah, I like this. So I definitely would recommend you guys go and watch it. Like I said, it's in theaters now, but also I'm sure you can find it on free movies websites and stuff and things like that. So if you want one, hit me in the comment section. Let me know or DM me on Instagram. I got a site for you guys. But we'll say that for then. But yeah, check it out. Like I said, if you like Jason Statham, you're gonna like this movie. So. Um, you know, uh, Definitely recommend. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair assessment. Like I said, I mean, for the most part, everything was great. It's just the acting was really good. It's just a little bit more background information on certain aspects in the film. I think they kind of rushed some things along just a little too much, a little too fast. But for the most part, I liked it. I think it was great. Like I said, so if you get a chance, y'all need to watch The Beekeeper. Like I said, it is available now in theaters, but also on like any free movie website. So we will see you guys next time on Jay's Flix. That should wrap us up here today on the podcast. Start trying to post on here more, watching some more things for y'all, just reviewing some more things, so I can be posting some more episodes. And 'cause like I said, the reason why I started this thing was because I really like movies and shows. So that's why I was like, hey, why not start a podcast where I can talk about it? I already do two other podcasts, Jason Down and Pursuing Excellence. Y'all need to check those out if you haven't already. But so why not do a movie one, right? So we'll see what happens. But thanks, guys. We will see you next time.